Big matchup in the ACC this weekend as Clemson hopes to keep its ACC Conference Championship dreams alive. Now, will they do it? They need to win this game, that's for starters, and they need a lot to happen around them. They need either Miami to take a loss or SMU to take two of the losses. But let's dive into this game here. So Clemson has been pretty up and down this year. They have shown really good signs of like a progress and offensive explosions, but it turns out that maybe that was because they were playing weaker competition. And they've gotten boat raced by both Louisville and by Georgia this year. So when they play tougher teams, they do tend to struggle a little bit more. And they just played Virginia Tech last weekend where they had a pretty poor first half, but was able to pour it on a little bit in the second half. And Virginia Tech is a pretty solid team. So what version of Clemson are we going to get? Are we going to get the team that can really expose defenses that are pretty weak? Or are we going to get the team that is going to revert back to a bunch of screen passes and zone runs? We'll see. Pitt, on the other hand, they had a very good start, and also pretty similar to Clemson, they had played this relatively weaker competition, and we've seen Pitt go up against one of the best teams in the ACC at SMU and just get their bell rung. They had no chance against SMU, and SMU was able to move the ball on them at will. They just absolutely smoked them. Clemson has the ability to do that. They have the players to do that to this Pitt defense, but we have not seen it with enough consistency to be able to trust Clemson to do that. Pitt is also coming off of a loss to Virginia last weekend. So is this a get off the mat game? Now you're back at home, you're hosting Clemson, or have teams finally figured out a way to really expose this defense and to bottle up this offense? I think Pitt has been playing around in this season with a lot of maybe lucky breaks. And Eli Holstein has been good, but it seems to be a little bit inflated based on some of the EPA metrics that they've had and some of the efficiency metrics that we've seen from him. So we'll see how this one goes, but I'm not sure if we're able to trust Clemson, but to be honest, I'm a little more down on Pitt than I am Clemson this year. Now, Clemson does have a lot of guys banged up, like Peter Woods has been out and Capehart has been out. So that's pretty big injuries for their D-line. Those guys are pretty solid, and their twos are not what they have used to be in years past. So having those guys out, and they do have some dudes banged up in the secondary as well. So those will be things to watch out for and see if Eli Holstein could take advantage of that. Now, the spread on this game is Clemson -10. I'm definitely not going to bet this game, but I would lean Clemson -10 to cover. Follow Big Body Ball CFB on all socials.